happens, but my God, it was a wonderful show. I saw it in London, just recently saw it again on Broadway. Such a good show, such an amazing part, the way they did it in this, and it's a little darker than it was before in the movie. So I wouldn't cast myself in that. So I would cast myself in a Stephen Sondheim musical, like Sweeney Todd, maybe. I'd like to be Mrs. Lovett. I've got my eye on that. Les Miserables. Not my kind of thing. Not my kind of musical. It's a very different thing than what I do. I'm more different kind of composer. You know.
And who would you choose as your partner in Sweeney Todd?
Oh, what an interesting question that is.
Shall we just say Johnny Depp on the spot?
Johnny Depp? I love Johnny Depp, but no, someone older now. You know, Mrs. Lovett has her ideas about romance with the killer. So I think it needs to be someone. That's such an interesting question. Who do you think? An Italian actor?
Chi?
Yeah, it's a hard one. But there.
I would have said Alan Rickman too.
Alan Rickman. Yes.
Yeah, I can't sing very well, but
no, that's okay. See, Sondheim, it's okay. They're actors first, singers later. I like those kinds of shows more than Les Mis, which is more of a real singer's show. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, Alan Rickman. That would be.
And what about the Rocky Horror?
Rocky Horror?
Yes. Would you like to take part in it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm kind of surprised because I've done all these shows that have this long life. I'm kind of surprised I wasn't involved in that. You know? It's but Gypsy was another show that I did that was unbelievable to do, and I did that with Angela Lansbury. Do you know Angela Lansbury?
Yes.
Yeah. She taught. I was 18 years old when I played Gypsy, and we did a long tour of it. And my God, she taught me so much. She was very generous with me, and really gave me a lot of training. And I took everything I could from her. Everything I could. Yeah.
So I bet the training you got from her was very helpful in being a psychiatrist to a dog in Castle.
They say, don't act with children or dogs. They always say that, and it's true. If you saw Castle, I ended up on the floor trying to talk to the dog because, and the trainer, of course, they always say, don't touch the dog, don't look at him, don't do anything. But it's like, well, but I'm supposed to be in the scene. Just don't. Because the minute the dog looks at you, he's not looking at his trainer. So it's always a big problem. But the dog just did what he wanted to do, and I followed him, and it worked out. That was a fun show, as well as Torchwood. Have you seen Torchwood here?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you like Torchwood?
Yes.
Yeah? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun. John Barrowman is out of his mind. He is out of his mind. He's crazy and fun and sweet and lovable. And I had a great time on that. And they loved Star Trek people there. So that was great. Like Family Guy. Family Guy loves, Seth MacFarlane loves Star Trek, obviously. Obviously. If you saw the award show, they had our fearless leader on the first thing. William Shatner was there on screen. And Seth called me in for one role in Family Guy, and then just had me keep doing characters. I come in, and whenever I'm in town, I do a couple of characters for them, which is so fun. He is so fun to work with. He goes from character to character as easily as someone typing. It's so fast. I've never seen anything like it. It's really wonderful. Any other questions?
How about Battlestar Galactica?
Battlestar Galactica. Did you? I just recently saw that for the first time. Boy, did I look bad. I do look like I'm dying there. It was, I walked on that set, Battlestar, and I went, oh, this feels like Deep Space Nine. I know what this is. It's a little rougher around the edges, but I get it. This is comfortable. And Mary was amazing to work with, an amazing woman. And I don't say that lightly. If there have been people that I've worked with that I don't like, I believe in saying it. But Mary is amazing. Another role that I loved doing during that time after Star Trek was Dark Angel. Being Madam X was fantastic. I would fly from New York. I was doing Chicago at the time, so I would do my performances, then I'd have a day off, and the producers would give me an additional day off, so I'd have 2 days, and I would fly to Vancouver, which is a long flight, and I would do all my scenes for 2 shows, 3 shows, all at once in those 2 days, and then I'd go back to New York, and by the way, I had 2 little boys at the time, and I'd go back to New York and do the show. And I remember being on stage once, and I was so exhausted. My brain was gone, and the light hit me for a number, and I forgot everything. I forgot I was on stage. The people behind me were trying to tell me what my next line was. I was frozen. I couldn't speak, I couldn't move. And finally, I don't know how we got out of it, awkwardly, badly. We got off stage, we laughed so hard, because that's so bad. It's just the most horrifying thing to have something like that happen on stage. But that's where I was in those days. It was exhausting work, but I wouldn't have missed Dark Angel for anything. It was great.
Did you ask to sing in Deep Space Nine, or did they propose that to you because they knew about your background?
No, I did not ask to sing on Deep Space Nine. I didn't know that was going to happen at all, but they wanted me to sing The Way You Look Tonight, and which is a very soft song to sing to Odo. And because we started out as such friends, I wanted it to be a little edgier and a little sexier than that. A little bit different side to Odo and Kira. And I said, how about Fever? And they went, yeah, sure. And they got the rights to it, and that's what happened. The one thing that they couldn't get the rights to was to do more 007 episodes. Yeah, which was a shame, because those were so fun to do. I think that was my favorite style show. It was so ridiculous to play, you know, Come On and Off, and with a really bad Eastern European accent. It was heaven for an actor. It was so fun. But yeah, no, that came as a total surprise, and it was a great surprise.